Arjun, a boy born in a small village, carried a dream much larger than the fields and clay houses that surrounded him. From the time he could hold a piece of charcoal, he loved drawing, capturing the world on scraps of paper and walls. His mother admired his gift, often telling him that his hands held magic. But his father disagreed, believing that art was a waste of time when their family could barely afford food. When Arjun learned that a big city art school had opened admissions, his heart swelled with hope, yet his father crushed it quickly, saying they had no money for such dreams. Though disappointed, Arjun refused to abandon his passion. Instead, he quit school and began creating his own style of street art on the city's broken walls. His murals, realistic and full of life, caught the attention of passers-by and children who gathered around him in awe. At home, however, his father grew angrier, seeing only wasted time and no real work. But Arjun remained calm, believing that one day his art would prove its worth. Slowly, people began to pay him for quick portraits and commissioned sketches, and soon tourists and townsfolk alike admired his skill, offering him money not just for his art, but also to teach them. What began as lonely hours with charcoal turned into workshops where eager learners surrounded him, paying for his guidance and gaining inspiration from his story. His fame spread, and eventually, he was invited to exhibit his works in the city. In a grand hall filled with lights and crowds, Arjun's paintings hung proudly, each one reflecting his journey from dirt floors to shining canvases. His parents stood quietly at the back, and for the first time, his father's eyes filled with tears not of anger, but of pride and regret for not believing in his son. Realizing that his journey was not just about himself, Arjun built an art school in his parents' name, Shankar and Lakshmi School of Art, where he welcomed anyone with talent, whether they could pay or not. He taught both traditional skills and his own unique methods, insisting that art should never be limited to the rich, but should belong to the soul of anyone willing to create. Students from villages and cities alike filled the classrooms, many of them poor but full of raw talent, and Arjun nurtured each one with the patience he once wished someone had shown him. His father, once skeptical, now sat proudly watching him teach, content that his son had become not only an artist, but also a role model for countless others. Arjun continued his life with the same passion he carried as a boy, sketching under lamps, painting murals, guiding new learners, and proving that dreams, no matter how impossible they seem, can be painted into reality if one holds on to them with courage.